Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Tableverse podcast. My name is Justin, and I will be your Starlord and host for this original Starfinder campaign. Playing with me at the table today, we have...
I'm Allie, and I'll be playing Quib, the Usagi operative.
Hi, I'm Conor, and I'll be playing Pawl, the Lashenta envoy.
What's up? I'm Quiten, and I'll be playing Kobok, the Vesk mystic.
And I'm JD, and I'll be playing Captain Eustace Qriana, the Marquis Salarian.
Four of you arrive at Chimeratech Industries. It is a tall, sleek corporate building. There's a very nice courtyard outside leading to the entrance of the building, and in the courtyard they have this weird art. You know that art that's always outside of some businesses. The artwork is a statue of a stick figure, and his arms and legs, they twist around to look like a DNA double helix.
I see what they were going for, but it just turned out garish.
Gayish?
Garish. Oh my god. Let's just go in.
The courtyard, the building itself, all is pristine. There are people there cleaning it as we speak. People sweeping, people mopping the street, which is very odd. But you can tell they like to keep the place spick and span. As you walk through the front doors, they open automatically, and an android approaches you, and she says, "Hi, how may I assist you today?"
What was the name of the doctor again?
Ebar.
We are here to see
Here
Dr.
to see Dr. Ebar.
Do you have an appointment?
You just let him know it's a couple of old friends.
He has an appointment with me. I am Kobok Manticore from Hexton University.
Excellent. I will notify Dr. Ebar right away.
Very well. Silence, you trash.
Paul takes a quick swig.
Dr. Ebar will see you right away.
Thank you very much.
Please follow me.
If you want someone to work on your speech module later, just let us know.
I believe that my speech module is functioning at full capacity.
It is fine. Silence, toilet.
The android leads you into an elevator, and the doors close behind you. As the elevator descends, you can see that the building goes all the way up to the 45th floor, but that the building goes all the way down for 152 levels. The doors open, and you are on the 23rd basement level. As you exit the elevator, you're walking out, and you see that you're in what looks like a workshop. There are starship engines hanging from the ceiling. Some robotic arms are taking the engines apart and putting them back together again. Cooling mists are raining down on some of the engines, and the room itself is about as big as an airport hangar. The android, she leads you over to this older-looking elf. He is wearing a lab coat, and he's messing around with some holographic schematics. Dr. Ebar, these friends of yours are here to speak with you, sir. Yes, please, give me just one moment, and I'll be with you.
Very well. Is there anything particular we should ask him?
Probably if anything got jacked from him recently.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, general dimensions. I mean, Terrapin's pretty big. It shouldn't be too hard to fit anything, but if it's like a box, like, I could get a box. But if it's, like, do we need a ramp?
Considering the secretive nature of this artifact or object, I think he will not be willing to divulge it to us. So we may have to be prepared for some subterfuge.
Right, if he's not spilling...
I mean, Paul's pretty persuasive when he wants to be, which isn't often.
Okay.
Yeah, no, we're going to see
That is
that.
true.
We're getting so close to compliments. I feel it's growing together.
I think it's close enough.
Yeah.
As close as you'll get.
It's about as comfortably close as we're all willing to get right now.
If we can't talk him into it, then I have a backup plan.
Which is...
We ought to get him thinking about the object enough that I could just listen in his head.
Well, I could do that.
You can listen in his head?
Yes.
Can you hear this?
You leave my mother out of this.
Oh, that was your mother? I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that was a being. It's supposed to sort of a pile of refuse.
Easy, bitch.
You see Dr. Ebar come over to you. Yes, what... who are you?
Yes.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi, I'm Pawl.
Okay, nice to meet you, Paul.
Thank you. This is Kobok.
Yes, I'm Kobok Manticore from Hexton University.
Manticore.
Yes.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you, sir. May I shake your hand?
Yes, you may.
Okay, I am Dr. Ebar. I'm in charge of these facilities that you see all around you.
Charmed. We are here because we have been told that you had a item that was taken from you.
you're here about the theft.
The Alton, yes.
Yes, please, follow me. And he takes you down this long hallway and into the series of doors that open and close behind you. And you get into this room that is all white, has no chairs, no tables, nothing. And he says, Yes, we can speak freely in here. No one will hear us. Yes, we have had a theft here recently, and I wish dearly to get this item back as soon as possible.
What could you tell us about the item?
I can tell you that it is fairly dangerous. I was using it here in our experiments. We are trying to make the navigation through the drift more precise. Right now it's too chaotic. You think you'll be there in 2 days, and you could be there 4 days, and you think you're gonna come out of the drift here, and you come out of the drift there, and we want to fix that. And I think that we're very close. And this item was very important to our research, and yes, we very much need it back. And if you're the people that my associates think are good enough to for the job, then you have my complete confidence.
And do you have any idea who took this item?
I do. And he snaps his fingers, and a screen appears on the wall. This is surveillance footage taken a couple of days ago. And if you'll watch right here, and you can see it's like a storage facility that's probably on this same floor that you're on. And all of a sudden, the door to the storage room bursts open, almost as if there was an explosion on the other side. And these couple of figures walk through the door, and they look around. They're not taking anything, willy-nilly. They're not just grabbing stuff off the shelf like it's supermarket sweep, right? It looks like they know.
Thank God it's not supermarket sweep.
Well, that would be awkward.
They never go for the meat. They should always go for the meat.
It seems apparent to the four of you that they know exactly what they're looking for. And you can see one of them is methodically going through each of the labels on the shelves, and they finally find what they're looking for, and they take a big case off of the shelf, and they make out with it.
They put their tongues on it?
No, they don't put their tongues on it. I think we all knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a toss-up. We're in space.
Laws of attraction.
Don't kink shame Quib, because she likes to make out with a good box every now and
They
again.
take the box
Embarrassing me.
off of the shelf,
She's likes a nice, small, tight box that she can go and sort of get intimate with.
and they
Just
make
dig
their
around it.
getaway.
Look inside of the box, be gentle in unfolding the box.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
And then they made out with it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, there it
Nasty.
is.
Second base.
Quib, you knew it, and you had the guts to say it.
These freaks.
So it's very clear that they knew what they were coming for.
So, do you have any idea where they might have taken this delicious-looking item?
I have no idea who even knows that this is down here.
Perhaps you have a mole.
Yes, perhaps.
Is there perhaps a rival company that would also benefit from this technology?
I'm sure that if anyone knew that this was down here, that they would want to steal it immediately.
Well, who knows it's down here?
Hopefully you will be able to ascertain that.
Well, but of the people you, obviously, your android, who else has clearance for this room?
I'm not sure how I can tell you who would want this item without giving away the nature of what it is. I do wish to keep it secret.
We might need some information about this item if you expect us to find it, though.
Are any of us in the starship manufacturing field? I'm going to go ahead and keep my hand down. Quib, do you make starships for a living?
No.
No, excellent. Qriana, I know you do have a starship.
I have a starship, but mostly, as you said earlier, I make carrots.
You make carrots, so we have a farmer. Kobok, do you get where I'm going, Doctor?
I know what he and his family does. You do not need to explain the manticores to me. Thank you very much. It is not a matter of building starships.
So none of us want the tech.
We are talking about space navigation and moving through different dimensions to make travel time shorter for your everyday convenience.
Do you say dimensions?
Which, we appreciate, thank you for opening the drift and all that.
You certainly made our job a lot easier.
Well, I should hope so.
You have ruined road trips, I will say. I'm sorry.
But also, help us help you. You know what I'm saying? We're here to help you, so, help us help you.
Yes, I see your point. This item is very volatile, very dangerous. I can think of a few pirates who might want to get their hands on such an item, and whoever is after power, honestly, could want this item.
Well, power is very sexy. I can understand that.
So do you have, specific ideas about who these people are, or just, more of, a vague...
Quib, make a perception roll.
Oh, Is that good? Natural 20?
A little bit.
Nat 20 is
pretty
it's
good.
all right. It's all right.
All right.
It's not bad. So, Quib, out of the corner of your hairy eye,
Hairy eye.
Harey.
Harey.
Oh, got it. I get it.
Oh my God.
Wow. Yeah. No. Yeah.
This is just gonna get worse, huh?
You notice that the jackets being worn by the robbers are red leather jackets. You've seen them on Absalom Station before in Little Akiton, and they are the jackets belonging to the Swiss Army gang.
Quib, you all right? You went all quiet.
Oh, I just realized that I think I recognize something about these dudes, though. Y'all know, y'all spend much time around Little Akiton?
Akiton. Little Akiton.
Little Akiton?
Yes.
That's what I said.
It sounded like you said Little Alky Town.
Little lucky down.
Little
She
Akiton.
tried to mumble it because she didn't know.
Sounds like Quib's been spending some time in Alky Town.
Yeah, I know these fools. Is this that Swiss Army? That
Swiss
gang?
Army gang.
Yeah, you can tell by their jackets.
Love their jackets.
Yeah, they are nice, but they are also terrible people.
It's a trade-off.
I'm not saying
So we could kill them and get their jackets, though.
why would they? Okay, let's
Listen, hey, that's a positive.
We can knock them out though, or something. Must we kill?
If it comes to that.
Like if they do something, yes.
If someone comes and tries to kill you, you kill them right back.
Okay.
An eye for an eyes.
You've kind of been living that life already.
An eye for an eye.
Pocket full of eyes over there.
I am trying. You know
Yeah,
what?
For your art project.
My holiday list is getting shorter and shorter.
Well, that's good that you're getting things done.
Oh, he meant he's not going to get you
So
a
perhaps
gift.
we should make
Oh,
a trip
that's
to Little
fair.
Akiton.
Quib, you know these people?
I mean, I don't like know them personally. I just like know about them.
It is
Like,
Little
What do you know
Akiton.
about them?
wait, who's from Akiton?
I am from Akiton.
Oh yeah, okay.
His world is dying. I just looked up. That's what it says. It's close to Absalom, but the world is dying. So, maybe that's why you're so grumpy.
That is not funny. That is not humorous.
I just come from a lush planet. I don't understand what you have
You come
done
from a
wrong.
lush. You
He is a lush.
disgusting garbage antenna wearing
These are
ostentatiously
these are
dressed.
attached.
You are a asshole, sartorially.
I just feel like if you took a little more personal responsibility, your planet wouldn't be dying.
So, can I count on you to help me retrieve this item? Oh, no.
Oh, I forgot you were here.
Yes, I've been here the whole time.
We should make a trip to the Akiton and find the Swiss Army gang and get to the bottom of this.
Can you give us anything to help us on our journey, Doctor?
Yes, actually, I can. If you take this, and he pulls out from his back pocket, he's been carrying it the whole time. This radar, when you are close to the item, it will beep, sort of like a hot, cold situation.
Kobok takes the device and puts it in his robes.
Don't lose it in there, okay? It's got a lot of folds.
Anyways,
Yes, if you will excuse me, I do need to return to my work.
I'll be on our way there. Doc.
Very well. It's a pleasure to meet you. I shall tell my father of your helpfulness.
Oh, yes, please do.
Everybody has fathers.
Not everybody.
Not you. Weren't you hatched, I believe?
Oh, is that how they work?
I was
believe that was
born,
how they-
and it was the best day of that year. I'm talking
For who?
weather-wise. I'm talking weather-wise.
But I've always wondered, do you celebrate your birthday the day you were laid or the day you hatch?
Oh, that's a
That is
darn
like-
good question.
It's a very personal
Philosophical.
topic that each Lashenta chooses for themselves. It's a lot like the whole puberty thing. We have a lot of stuff going on because, again, our world is so vibrant and beautiful. There's just a lot of different options. So I understand, like, sort of like a shit little desert planet. If you're just like, oh, I guess we're here.
I believe you're trying to make a point here, but it's kind of getting away from you. Shall we leave?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Onward.
I would love to.
Cut to Little Akiton. Little Akiton is just like Chinatown or Little Italy. Little Akiton is a community on Absalom Station. It's made up mostly of Akitonians, but there are some other people that live here. Most of these people, they left Akiton for a better life and ended up in this lower rent neighborhood. There's trash on the streets, the buildings are covered in rust, and there are blinking neon signs hanging above some of the doors. And people are outside selling their wares from Akiton, asking, there's some people asking for money. Little Akeshti, which are smaller lizard people, are running around asking, hey, you got any money? You have any money? Huh?
Kick them very hard.
Here, take one for each of you.
Okay, there are 12 of us.
Well, here are 12 credits then.
Oh, wow. Thanks, mister.
Now they're not going to leave you alone, so.
You are such a fool.
They run back into the shadows so you can see that they're watching Pawl as he continues to walk down the street.
I gotta walk around with this mark.
Yeah, seriously, good job bringing attention to us.
You are cruel people who will die in cruel ways.
You're horrible
Were you
at everything.
just making fun of this whole damn planet and, like, all these people who come from that planet?
These people don't come from that planet. They come from here, from your home.
No, it's Little Akiton, so they're like.
They are immigrants.
This
They're
is
refugees.
a neighborhood. You know the backstory of every person I just handed a credit to?
I mean, you know these little beggars ain't. Like, they out here.
Beggars?
Yeah, they were just asking you for money.
You and I have very different views on money.
Anyways,
Anyway.
How are you guys going to find what you're looking for in Little Akiton?
Kobok pulls out the device and he looks at it.
Nothing is happening.
Okay, perhaps we should find some kind of law enforcement
Oh,
in the area. They should be able to give us some information on the gangs, and they will tell me whatever I want to know.
maybe we should just find the gang.
hey, little children, come back.
Yes.
Do you know who this man is? And Paul looks at Kobok.
And their mouths go wide, a few of them.
Please don't hurt us.
Kobok?
And they all run away.
That is not how you talk to people.
That is our Vesk talk.
Okay, so what kind of gang stuff do this people do, Quib? Like, do they launder? Do they sell drugs? What's happening?
Yo, so here's what's up with the Swiss Army. So the Swiss Army they formed because they were a bunch of refugees from Akiton, as you so equivocally mentioned earlier.
Equivocally?
Yeah,
We're sure?
that's what I said.
Equivocally.
Quickly.
Oh, I love it. I'm sorry.
That planet dead as fuck. So
That's a good way to put it.
they came over here and now they basically they're just real pissed about it, and so the Swiss Army formed because they're just trying to get what's theirs in their mind, so they will just they're just kind of trying to take as much as they can from every other culture because they're trying to basically rebuild.
So
You know what I
neighborhood
mean?
wise guys.
Sure, but they don't have much of a moral center.
Do they help old women as long as they're Akitonese? That's just I'm trying to gander what type, because I guess my idea is to
You're
get their
asking,
attention.
where is their limit?
Yeah, well, I'm just let's get their attention. And do we do that by taking old ladies' groceries and then giving them back?
No, honestly, I think I hate to say this. I think that Kobok is actually going to be a really big asset to us in this because they really only respect people from Akiton or races from Akiton. You know what I'm saying?
And as soon as she finishes saying that, you hear the voice of an old woman.
You have to do something. Why isn't anyone doing anything for my poor Luca?
You look over and she's speaking with a steward. And stewards are, pretty much the space police.
I got 10 credits. Says that little Luca is something we don't care about.
I think we should see if we are not going to contact law enforcement to get the information.
Law enforcement is right over there talking to the old lady.
Oh,
You were pouting.
as I said, across the street.
Lead the way.
And he says, I'm sorry, ma'am, we can't go after every nonsense story in the city. Otherwise, we'd have our hands full forever.
Oh, but it's not a nonsense story. They've taken my Luca.
Officer,
Yes.
what seems to be the problem here?
I've got this elderly woman here. Says that someone took her son, grandson. Yes, my grandson. And she's all torn up about it. Obviously, I don't have time to handle this.
Perhaps you should follow up on this. This is this woman's grandchild.
She gave me this poster. I'm gonna take it down to the station and we'll put it in our file.
That is unacceptable. You are a man with a certain station. You should stand for your position. Your job is to protect these people.
How about I stand for my position and ask you to take a few steps away from me, sir?
Have you no idea who you speak to?
I'm speaking to someone who looks like he's about to assault an officer of the law, and I don't particularly care for that kind of behavior.
I am Kobok Manticore.
Oh, Manticore.
That is right.
Hide behind your family name? You think I'm going to give you special privileges because you're a member of the Manticore family?
I will have your badge.
That's fine. You can take it over with my boss.
Your boss.
That's right. If you don't like the tone of my voice, I think you know who my boss is.
And what is your name?
My name? Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yes.
My name is Marcus.
Marcus.
That's right.
And what is your family name?
Harrison.
Harrison. That is not the traditional Vesk name.
Well, I had to change it after I left Akiton.
Why? You are ashamed of your heritage.
I'm not ashamed of anything, okay? When you get
What is your real family name?
I feel like we're not getting anywhere with it.
my
Well,
real...
we'll get
all right,
somewhere.
all right. Calm down. Stop making a scene.
Is anyone gonna help my grandson?
Hold on, Granny. What is your family name?
My family name is Hask.
Hask.
Yes.
Well, that solves that then.
Well, Officer Hask. I'm sorry, Harrison.
Yes, thank you.
I demand that you help this woman, and you also help us and tell us what you know with the Swiss Army gang.
Oh, I know about the Swiss Army gang.
Not now, Granny.
Kobok,
Yeah, but
that's what we need.
He knows something.
As Kobok's still arguing with the officer, Qriana and Pawl and Quib, we just pull the granny aside. we just start having a conversation with her. Like, Granny, what do you know about the Swiss Army gang?
Well, I know that they've kidnapped my grandson and they've brainwashed him.
Is that?
what you mean brainwash?
Having amazing fashion sense, or are there other parts of it too?
Interesting thing about this granny is you can tell immediately that she is from Akiton because she is human and she has skin that is a shade of red.
Ew.
And yes, humans from Akiton have red tinted skin. She can no longer walk herself. Instead, she sits on a wheelchair that has like tank treads on it for wheels.
Tank treads.
Yeah, very small treads.
At first, I was imagining like one of those floating chairs from Wall-E.
Oh, yeah. She doesn't have that much money.
Okay.
Instead, it's rusty tank treads. More like Wall-E himself.
Okay, gotcha.
They've brainwashed him and now he's become a young ruffian and someone needs to save him.
Ma'am, we can definitely help you out. Where does he go to meet them?
He goes to that confounded bar that they're all hanging out at.
Dovetails? Ooh.
No, ooh. More like clang clang.
Is that the name of the bar, or are you judging my sound effect, ma'am?
No, that's the sound it would make if it had a nice sound like dovetails.
Ooh.
So what makes it... Ma'am, just tell me the...
What's the name of the bar, though?
Tell me the bar, you simple woman.
All right.
Hey, I'm
Sorry about
just an
that,
old
Granny.
woman.
Sorry about that,
who
Granny.
needs help.
Kobok hears Pawl raise his voice, slaps the officer, and walks over.
Oh! I'll remember that manticore.
No, you do that. Hask. What is going on here?
I am trying to be helpful.
And
the
you're
world
failing.
is just telling me no, because I'm surrounded by people who have had nothing
Respectable
but
ladies.
soup for ages.
We respect our elders.
Oh, now. What did... I think the word we used earlier, Quib, was beggars?
Okay, that's not like...
Those are kids.
those are
Yes,
little
I'm
asshole
begging
kids.
you to help me.
We will help you, ma'am.
I feel like we're all flip-flopping on the issues here.
I like that we're having this whole conversation and she's just like behind us and we're just like boxing her out of the conversation.
Well, seriously, where's she going to go?
I mean, she's got some sweet treads.
Ma'am, will you tell us where your grandson goes at night, or do we have to
Yeah,
just
don't have
leave
to.
you forever, please?
Yes, I'm sorry for being so long-winded.
And old. Don't forget
Paul.
old.
I shan't be apologizing for my age.
Well, you could do something.
Paul!
We have products.
Paul.
Seriously, get yourself. Ma'am,
Who
I'm
is
so...
this confounded Lashunta?
Just an
He is
asshole that
She
follows.
called
Pretty
you.
confounded.
She called you ugly. Please continue. Where does your grandson hang out?
They take him to where a lot of them hang out, that dreaded place, the Fullmetal Taproom.
The Fullmetal Taproom.
Yes.
And
Clang,
where,
clang.
where is that?
It's further down into Little Akiton, down where those ruffians hang out and they brainwash your grandsons.
Shall we take a walk, or should I hitch a ride on your little scooter?
I think we should leave this woman as soon as possible. Thank you very much.
I don't
ma'am.
feel safe down there.
You don't have to go. You go home.
Would you at least like a picture of my
That would
That would be
grand.
very
young
helpful.
Luca?
Give it to the
Okay.
monkey.
All right. Here you go, monkey.
This has been a waste of time, and I'm regretting it.
I don't have much time left, so I wouldn't consider any time that I spend on anything to be useless.
And we won't pick up any more of your time. Keep walking.
You can take up as much of it as long as you return my little sweet Luca.
We gonna do our best, ma'am.
We will get your Luca back.
All right, well, I'd like a little bit more of a guarantee.
We will get your
I don't think
Luca
you're in a
back.
position to be...
Okay, yes,
Yeah.
you're right. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, here, Here, I have an idea. You're right, Granny. How about I just take this little axle from one of your wheels?
Jesus Christ.
Great, thank you. So I'll take that, and then as soon as we have your grandson...
Is this for real? Are you really?
Oh
doing
yeah, this is for real.
Okay, give me an engineering check.
God, Paul's such a piece of shit.
I believe. Are you trained in engineering?
I'm not trained in engineering, but I got a 2.
All right, that's definitely a fail.
So I just sort of struggle
And
with
so-
the wheel, like,
yeah.
give me.
You look like idiot.
I hate you. I hate you all.
You're like jerking at it, and she's like, "All right, bye now," and she backs up and she kind of runs over your hands.
This is why we don't grow old in my family.
Dear God, don't let me get old.
And that lush planet of yours, do y'all regularly beat up on old ladies or like?
None of us get old.
Well, you've always been a rebel, haven't you?
Well played. That was just really good. What are you going to do? That was just good.
All right, we head over to the bar.
All right, you make your way down the streets of Little Akiton, and you're asking people as you walk, if you heard about the Fullmetal Taproom.
Clang,
if you
clang.
heard about the tap room.
Clang, clang. Clang, clang.
You finally make it to this storefront that says on the outside, the Fullmetal Taproom.
Clang, clang.
Thank you. And there are a couple people hanging out outside of it. You can hear some music coming from inside. There are some people wearing red leather jacket, or a few people, but the majority of them seem to be regular patrons.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. So
I'll
it's
pull out
not
the device.
exclusive to the Swiss Army gang.
Right.
I pull out the device.
And Qriana, let's all take a gander at that photo before we go.
All right. In the photo, you see Luca is a young human with the reddish tinted skin and a blue mohawk.
Yes.
It's a pretty sweet look.
I would kick him out of bed.
So you can hear this commotion coming from inside. Not a commotion like a fight or anything is going down, but more like a bunch of people talking, having fun on the inside of this bar, the Fullmetal Taproom.
Clang, clang.
What would you guys like to do?
I look at the device to see if it is nearby.
You're getting a slight ping. It's very faint on the device.
It looks as if the item is nearby. Perhaps we should go inside.
Yeah, I think we should talk to someone who works here, the bartender. Sweetie's cohort.
Okay, you talk to the bartender.
Are we sure? Okay.
Quib,
What-
you
no,
try
what were
to
you
keep
saying,
him
Quib?
under control. You try to keep him under control. Qriana,
I'm going to look for this Luca kid.
good idea. And I will scout the premises and see if I can get the signal to be stronger.
Quib, you were...
I just worry about you sometimes with the talking.
I'm a great talker.
You talk a lot, and that's not always good.
This is going to be the most successful conversation you've ever heard in your whole life.
All right, baby, prove it to me.
Play nice, you two.
All right, so we walk into the bar.
This is what you see. This is the general layout right here. Now, as you're looking at this image I've provided for you, and it looks as though someone's taken a medieval tavern and just photoshopped some pool tables into it, you would be correct, because that is exactly what's happened.
Got it. All right.
So you're gonna have to use your imaginations to imagine a dingy sci-fi tap room. So this thing over here that looks like a fireplace, that's a jukebox instead, and there are some pool tables. People are playing pool. You look over and you notice that one of the people that is wearing a red jacket, they are playing pool. Both of their arms are missing. And instead, they have replaced them with robotic arms. And he takes his hand off of its wrist and replaces it with a different wrist that has a pool cue inserted into it. And he uses that to play pool. You can see a couple people sitting down playing cards, and one of them has a red jacket. He is missing only one arm, and it is replaced with a robotic arm. And he uses his thumb to light his cigar. And generally at the bar, you see that there's another red jacketed person that is also has both of her arms replaced with robotic arms. The way she is serving drinks is kind of weird because the liquid is coming out of the palm of her robotic arm.
Ew.
Well, I know why they call it Full Metal.
And tap.
Just looking around, you can see that a lot of people have, this is an augmented bar. And what that means is that usually people that frequent this bar have some sort of mechanical cyborg-like augmentation to their body, whether you can see it or not. But most people like to show it off. But the ones that have the red leather jackets specifically have their arms replaced and nothing else.
A couple of points here. If we run across any other Vesk, they value strong drinking and aggression. Do not back down to them.
All right, so,
Okay.
So Quib's fine.
Quib is
Yeah,
the most vulnerable.
they gonna
she's
eat me.
delicious. You are with her for a reason. You have to protect her, and you have to keep him from sounding a fool. You both have full-time jobs. Good luck.
Oh shit, you don't want me to get eaten? That's so sweet.
Quib, what are your thoughts on one of us putting one of our arms inside of our clothing so we could fit in better? Does that seem smart or offensive?
I'm going to walk away now.
I'm gonna say maybe offensive, so you do it.
Cool.
It's your idea.
So when the whole gang walks in to the bar and we notice all the mods and everything, Eustace taps a button on the coupler on his tail, kind of like a series of robotic things come out of it and encompass the end of the tail into kind of like a mace, and it looks like a spiked mace.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Well,
Yeah, so he can fit in more.
Can Quib do like a disguise situation so that she's not so much of a target?
Yeah.
I remembered I can do that. So I can just roll for that?
I'm going to roll for that.
Oh,
What would you like to look like?
Like an Alcatonian, like a person, like one of those red people with a robot arm.
We can put some grenadine on you, and they'll dye you red. You'll just have to wash real good later.
Yeah.
All right. What's your disguise?
7.
So the way the disguise works is that I roll for that. And so you have no idea how good or bad your disguise is.
Cool.
So you have to work with
Makes it real fun.
that information. Makes it real
that's
fun.
gonna go well.
So describe to me exactly what you look like. Is it a situation where you've just dyed your fur?
Yes. Well, I think I shave my arm.
I was about to say, if you want to look like an Usagi that has lived on Akiton, you'd have to shave a lot of fur.
So I think I'll go to the bathroom and do a little shave.
How much do you shave?
Well, just the parts that are showing. So I guess like my arms and my legs.
Okay.
And I guess my face.
That's going to be a look.
What does a bunny's face look like without fur? My God, that must be terrible.
You ever
I
seen
do
a
not
naked
want to
mole
Google
rat?
that at all, because that sounds like a horrible Google.
They're mammals. They're small rodent.
All right. You go to the bathroom. You shave really quick.
Yikes.
What else do you want to do? You just want to shave?
Shave, and then I'm going to have Pawl grab some grenadine from behind the bar. And we'll just use that to kind of stain my skin, make it look a little reddish.
She comes outside and you guys see a completely shaved
Jesus.
Quib who has been stained red with grenadine. And it's a sight. That sounds absolutely
Quib,
horrendous to me.
you look like tampon.
Be supportive. This is her first disguise with us. Not everyone can pull off a 4-armed senator, okay?
I still can't believe you pulled that off.
Didn't you almost die in that disguise?
If you mean sacrifice myself so you could find the location of the boss, yeah.
On the other hand, we should be looking for the device.
Great, y'all go, and
Yeah,
we're
that's
going to
what you're
check in
on.
with the bar. Do you know the boy's name that we're looking for?
Luca.
Luca, cool.
Kobok, where is it that you go first in the bar?
I'm going to go to that table, which I'm going to assume is a bunch of red jacketed. I want to keep track of the signal, but I want to see if anybody matches maybe who was in the video.
Yes. Go for it. Give me that perception roll.
5.
So 9. The only thing you're able to discern is that everyone wearing the red leather jackets that you saw in the security footage, they have the sleeves ripped off so that you can see the robotic arms that they've replaced their natural ones with. And as you are noticing this little factoid about all the Swiss Army gang, you feel a vibration from the radar. And you look down and it is glowing a bright green, brightest that it can possibly glow.
Meaning that it is here.
Meaning that it is here somewhere.
What did you use to shave?
What did you use to shave? She has a knife.
I use my knife. I sharpen it on the edge of that soap thing.
Sharpen the knife on the shelf.
Yeah, the edge.
She's not familiar with soap.
The tray, yeah.
The soap dish?
That's what I said.
Why are we all acting like we don't know what a bathroom looks like?
Well, maybe some of y'all don't know what a soap looks like. Soap, what is this mysterious language of which you speak?
You gave your body a Brazilian. We got it.
It's like a full bar, right?
We are at about 2 to 3 o'clock, so it's a mid-afternoon type crowd. Yeah, we got some happy hour going on. So it's about 70% full right now.
And this is like a dive bar, right?
Yeah, people at the bar, people playing pool, people are at the tables playing some cards, just chilling, hanging out.
Is it the weekend?
It is. This is a weekday. It's like Thursday. There's not a lot to do in Little Akiton. They're just trying to blow off some steam. Who do you want to approach? Who do you want to talk to?
Probably the closest Swiss Army gang member that's at the bar.
Well, the only Swiss Army gang member that is at the bar is the bartender.
Well, Paul's gonna
Go talk to her.
Paul's gonna
right?
talk to her. So I'll talk to the fellas at one of the tables.
So you go up to the tables, and they're already having a conversation. This guy is kind of built. He's got both of his arms have been replaced, and he is a red-tinted, human-skinned Akitonian. And you can't hear exactly what they're talking about when they walk over. He is talking to a Kasathan person. Kasathas are the four-armed aliens that have kind of cone heads, and they're talking in hushed tones when you walk over.
How's she cutting, fellas?
Who are you?
Just passing through. Listen, I'm looking for a fella who owes me some money. Have you happened to see him? He goes by the name Luca.
Luca. How much money he owe you?
Oh, about 50 credits.
50 credits. Doesn't seem like a big sum to be going after a little
That's why
kid.
I'm not fixing to get violent with him. I'm just trying to find him.
You hang out long enough, I'm sure you'll see him around here.
Appreciate it.
No problem. You see, he kind of squints and gives you a side eye. Goes back talking to his Kasathan friend. Pawl, you go walk up to the bar, and you see this bartender. She's definitely a member of the Swiss Army gang because she has 2 robotic arms and a red leather jacket. And she is pouring drinks out of the palm of her hand.
Hi, that's so neat.
Hold on. I practiced this voice, and now I can't fucking do it.
Do you want me to look at you or not look at you?
I want you to look me directly in the eye. We are happy to serve everyone. Welcome to the Fullmetal Taproom.
Thank you so much. It's so fun in here, so lively. And I love your, what is that? That's a spewer hand? What do we call that back home?
I have is I have replaced my palm with a little spigot, and that is how I serve the drinks.
Oh, well, I love that.
All of us here, we like to improve ourselves.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't have any augments per se. I was looking for work. I'm new to Little Akiton, and it just seems so nice in here, and everyone seems so, tight knit.
We get a lot of newcomers here in the tap room, so that makes sense.
What's your name, miss?
My name is Nadia.
Nadia.
Yes.
Did I do that? Nadia.
Nadia, yes. That you're. It seems trying to appropriate my accent.
Well, I was trying to compliment. Like when someone says, like, what's an example? Eras instead of arroz. Like we all know, we could just try a little harder.
Oh yes, I see. It is like flattery is highest form of. I screwed that up.
Nadia,
but it's not a saying from Akiton, so I do not feel bad.
I'm not from Akiton either. Are you from Akiton?
No.
Where are you from?
Me, I am from Verses.
Oh, I was just there.
Oh, really?
Actually, I speak Versite if you'd be more comfortable in your native tongue.
Oh, absolutely.
Great.
So now the two of you begin to speak Versite, which is very elegant language. Oh. It's like one of the Romance languages.
Nadia, thank you so much for all this info so far. Do you think when you have a moment, maybe I could just get a double of your strongest whiskey, and then I'm actually looking for someone.
Yeah, well, for the whiskey, we only serve Grafno.
Oh, is it like good Grafno or is it like tourist Grafno?
So all Grafno is bad Grafno. Grafno is a shitty clear pale ale. It's like Pabst Blue Ribbon. It's like no one likes Grafno, but it's the only shit that they serve here at the tap room.
What comes out her spigot?
Grafno.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They literally serve nothing else but
They
that
serve
one
nothing
drink.
else at this bar but Grafno.
Well,
Not even like shit vodka or anything?
No. You get the sense that they cannot afford anything else
Could you imagine
except for
going to a
Grafno.
bar and the only option you had to drink was PBR?
Oh my god.
I'd stay.
Welcome
Yeah,
to
you would.
Brooklyn.
Right?
That sounds sick. That sounds like a fucking
Is
Brooklyn
it in
bar.
Williamsburg or Crown Heights? Well, Nadia, if when in Little Akiton, I would love your largest glass of Grafenal.
Yeah.
And then you're here a lot or?
Yeah, almost every day.
Oh, cool. I'm looking for someone named Luca.
Give me a perception roll.
Just a 13.
Only a 13? Okay, cool. That's
Only?
enough. I thought you had a bonus.
I don't.
That's
I'm
what I
not
say.
very Paul is not very perceptive.
The hell
That's
you
why he
say?
overstays his welcome.
Oh, I see. So you notice that she tenses up a bit as soon as you say Luca. And she says, why are you looking for someone named Luca?
We knew each other way back.
and I was just trying to reconnect. You know, you always say like, oh, if you're ever in Little Akiton, come on down. And then here I am. You know?
Oh, yeah. And she's filling up a tankard of graphnel, a large one. She's just kind of like half listening to you. You can tell. She says, oh, well, I don't think we have anyone here by that name. So I'm very, very sorry.
That's totally all
You
right.
can see that she's a little uneasy. And
That's totally all right, Nadia. Well, are y'all looking for any help here at the bar?
oh, I don't think so.
Sure.
yeah.
I saw this help wanted sign in the window as I walked in.
the bluff.
It's 23.
Oh, I can't believe it's still out there. No, when that sign was put out there, that's when I applied for the job. And so, you see, we don't need any more help at this time.
Oh, Nadia, that's just, I mean, I appreciate the pickle you're in, but you know the laws of Verses as well as I do.
Yes, I know the law of Verses.
Well, if a sign is up, time is up.
You must honor the sign. I know.
To the letter, if you will.
Do you
if
have
it's a
any-
letter, it's better, they say back home.
You sound like my father.
Oh.
Do you have any previous experience?
Oh, I'm very...
bartending?
Yes, I'm very well versed in alcohol, and I'm great with my
Well,
hands.
we only have the one, so
Even better.
you
Then
only need to be well versed in one alcohol.
I will say that I don't have an arm spigot, which is just lovely.
We
on
can
you.
get you an arm spigot.
That would be super. Where do you all get them from the same person?
Yeah.
Well, how about I start right away? I start training, and then we can talk more about.
Well, you have to do orientation.
Yeah, the sign just said start right away.
All right, you stay here, and I will go get you an application from the back.
Alrighty, thank you.
You're very welcome.
And then just before we move on, so someone else can have a chance to talk, I want to use Paul's limited telepathy.
Okay.
To, like, I can talk to all of them, right?
I don't.
It
let's
says
see.
if you're talking to more than one person, it's just as hard as if you're doing it orally. So I guess I could tell them one at a time, but it's all the same message. Is that okay?
You're right. Yeah, you can
Okay,
send a message
so-
to all of them.
Great. So before we move on, Paul would just say, alrighty, everyone. So I might have a job. Yay. And also the bartender definitely knows who Luca is and is nervous.
How can the toilet have a job? He barely does a job with us.
Does that mean free drinks though?
Good question.
I'm still learning. Orientation hasn't happened yet. But
This isn't
So
like
he's yet to give up.
this isn't a like four-way call. So like each of you can only communicate with Paul.
Oh, great.
We're all in
That'll be-
different
it's
spots
like
of the bar.
telephone.
Yeah, exactly like telephone.
So y'all got that? Could I get a verbal confirmation? We all heard that.
Mental confirmation.
No.
The bar, no, just from across the bar, one of them's like, yeah!
Definitely not doing that.
I'm gonna apply for a job, and I think I'm gonna get it. And the bartender's super nervous and definitely knows who Luca is, so I'm hoping to look around the rest of the bar, see if there's any records, stuff like that.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. Thank y'all for your
We
support.
can't respond.
You can respond to me.
You can respond to him. You just can't
You
respond
just
to
can't
each
talk
other.
shit about me over my own mind link. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yes, we can talk shit about you whenever we want to your face.
Don't screw it up, toilet.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Tableverse podcast. The crew of the Terrapin will return next week. If you like this episode, please consider leaving us a review and rating on iTunes. It'd really go a long way to help other amazing people, such as yourself, to find the show. If you'd like to keep up with us between episodes, you can find us across all social media platforms at the Tableverse. The Tableverse podcast is a Timid Jester production. It is hosted by Justin Harris. You can find him at Charis Harris. The podcast is edited by Jeffrey Duke and Justin Harris. Quib is played by Alison Klemp. You can find her at Alison Klemp. Pawl is played by Conor Gallagher. I'm him. We are at Conor Said What. Kobok is played by Quiten Lamar. You can find him at Quiten Lamar. Captain Eustace Qriana is played by Jeffery Duke. You can find him at Jeffrey Duke. Original music for the Tableverse podcast was composed by Jennifer Rowekamp. You can find her at jenniferrowekamp.com. Original artwork for the Tableverse podcast is illustrated by Liara K. Crane. You can find her at liarakcrane.co.uk. Until next time, remember, never say goodbye to anyone at a party. It's Nady.